You're not responsible. You can't pay anything. A car repoed, adding to your debt on this last one.
Pause. I did not get the car repo. The car was voluntarily surrendered.
You voluntarily repossessed because you were about to get really repossessed and then ate things in damn collections.
I don't think I've made a single payment on those student loans because I've had.
You feel no moral obligation to pay off a debt you took? If you feel no moral obligation with there, then this conversation's done because there's nothing I can do.
I don't have the degree for it. Hi, my name's Casey. I am 34 years old, based out of Georgetown, Texas, and this is Financial Audit.
Thanks for being on. So, what do you do for a living in Georgetown?
Well, I actually work in Cedar Park.
Oh,
and
sure.
I am a caregiver, private pay caregiver.
Okay, wonderful. Oh, great. How long have you been doing this?
Well, I just got back into it a couple of months ago. Part of the reason kind of why I'm here, trying to figure stuff out. But I started in it officially in 2020.
Okay. How much are we making right now?
I honestly, I don't know the yearly. I haven't done the math on it yet because it hasn't been a year for me yet.
Yearly? I don't. There's just like how much are you? What do you mean? Are you hourly?
I'm hourly.
What's your hourly?
19 an hour.
Okay. How many hours a week do you work?
Guaranteed 80, but it's usually more.
80 a week.
Well, sorry. No.
Yeah, that would be aggressive.
I'm usually working anywhere from 60 to 65 hours a week.
Oh, okay.
How
much do you think came in through payroll in the last month?
I could actually look and tell you.
No, because I have the number.
You have that.
I want to see how much you know about your financial situation. So I take it you don't budget because you would need to know what number is coming in to budget.
I would have to guess 3,000, maybe 4.
Payroll is 5,900.
Oh, good God.
Uh-huh.
In the last month?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no.
Okay. How do you manage your life without knowing your literal income?
My paycheck hits my account. I pay my bills, and then I move on.
Do you pay your bills?
Yes. They're late. But
Spoiler, no. Late is not paying. Okay.
Yeah.
And how much do you think you spent?
Like on private stuff?
Spent just all throughout. Spending, whether it's on debt, whether it's spending, swiping debit, cash, all that good stuff.
All of it.
Yeah, give me a number.
What's the number you just said came in a month?
5,909.
That.
You're spending 6,715.
Make the math make sense.
Debt, borrowing money, other people's money, not your money.
That makes sense.
Cash App, especially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I don't.
So tell me, what the is going on here?
Well, essentially, like I said, I just started being a caregiver again.
Okay.
Going back into caregiving, got a pay cut. Pay cut was literally knocked me down from making almost 22 an hour to 19 an hour.
Okay. Why'd you change?
Because the job that I had before, although I liked it, I loved it. I was good at it. They loved me there, and I was literally in line for a promotion to make more money when I left.
Okay.
The job that I left for is more in line with what I want to do with my life for the rest of my life. Well, I want to go to school to be a nurse.
Oh,
and eventually become a nurse practitioner. Sure. So caregiving is kind of like the stepping stone to get me there, but it's still, it's in line. And what I was doing before is not in line with what I want to do.
And what were you doing when you were making more?
I was a backup manufacturing specialist for a company that makes a third of the IV bags used in hospitals across the nation.
Oh, still in medical. Okay. No, it's okay. Obviously, taking a job, even with a pay cut, that aligns more with what you're doing. But my fear is immediately for someone that does a budget, for someone who doesn't track their payments, for someone who's already behind on their bills. My big fear is that they live the lifestyle they live when they're making more money, and then they don't adjust, and then things get and there's a stack of paperwork in front of me, meaning things are likely
Things are definitely
So why have you not adapted your spending, your existing, your everything to the new income and to the new life?
Because
Those are wild glasses, by the way. As a glasses wearer, those are intense.
Thank you. I love them.
Sure.
But no. So basically, why I haven't adjusted is because everything that I currently am paying for and was paying for are necessities like utilities and food and rent, car note, gas, car insurance. I have 2 dogs, 2 cats, so they're food.
So everything you're spending on is necessities.
Yes, everything. Phone bill, internet, because I don't have cable.
Going out to eat, $420. Miscellaneous bull, $154.
That's okay. Going out to eat is definitely for work. That's work because.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't eat at work. If I eat at work, I have to go get something to eat. Because
what are you talking about? Have you? When you went to school, did you ever go to school? Grade school?
Of course I did.
Wonderful. Did you see people bring little lunch boxes and thermoses?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Why can't you do that as an adult?
No access to adequate refrigeration, no access to a microwave.
That's what a lunchbox is for. It keeps it cool. What do you think a lunchbox was when they were putting cold things in there? It's insulated to keep it cold. You put a little ice pack in there. What do you think a thermos is for? It keeps it hot. What are you talking about?
I've tried the thermos and it doesn't keep it hot enough. I've tried the ice pack.
Hot enough? Oh, wow. When we can't pay our bills, we're going to be picky about whether or not it's 120 degrees versus 110?
Yes.
No. F you. Why? How are you allowed to be picky? And what kind of sense of entitlement do you think you're allowed to be picky? In what world are you allowed to be picky and not paying any bills? Sorry, I should give them context. I always do this. I dig in because I know your situation, but they don't. And they're like, why is she digging in? So, okay. Well, I want to get back to that because that's kind of... And then your large purchases.
Which purchases? Large purchases,
it's the category we have, was $2,049. Oh, that was just all Cash App out. Sending it into Cash App. And then we'll look at your spending in Cash App.
Of what? I mean, because wait, hold on. What do I pay from Cash App? I know my rent gets paid from Cash App. My car note gets paid from Cash App. Because a lot of the times what I'm doing...
Yeah, most of your Cash App was spending, to be very clear.
Well, a lot of times what I do is that my paycheck hits, because I think you have two accounts, because I have 2 accounts. My paycheck hits one account.
Try not to tap the table.
Sorry.
It's okay.
My paycheck kicks one account, and I literally take that, I move it from that account to my Cash App account, because a lot of my stuff either automatically comes out of my Cash App account, or I have my Cash App card on their online account, so that way it's just boom, hit a button, pay it. Like my rent, it's boom, hit a button, it's paid, coming from a Cash App.
Yeah, the majority of the things in your Cash App, though, in terms of line items, were bullshit.
But I know I have a couple Apple Pay things.
You don't know your finances.
And
okay, just like any guest who comes on the show, go through our budgeting program. It's like 3 hours of education. There's lots of quizzes and everything. Go through that. You get it for free. You guys can get it at a bundled price right now for a 15% discount. Make sure you guys are checking that out in the description below. I just want to know where you think you are in life right now before we get into your finances. And then I want to challenge some of those thoughts. We need to give the audience a bit of context of where you're at. Where do you think you are in the world of finances right now? Your financial situation, 10 being the best, 0 being the worst. Where do you think you are?
Can I go negative?
No, but so you're saying 0?
Yeah, I know.
Then why the do you think you can eat out? In what world are you allowed to have luxuries if you are at a 0?
Because honestly, for a while there, I didn't have groceries at home. So
get groceries.
So it was like, oh, I have $3. Let me go here and get this. I have $5. Let me go. Oh, let me borrow 15 from this person and go and get that.
Or that day, go to the grocery store. I'm so confused. What do you mean? I know the town you live in. I know the area you live in. There's an HEB every 3 seconds.
Well, yeah, I know that. But what can you get at a grocery store for $3 that's going to be a meal that lasts multiple days?
Meal that's multiple days? No, you meal prep. Meal prep. You're cooking like chicken, rice, vegetables, these things. You're packaging them up. You warm them up next day. It's meal prep. Have you never meal prepped? Ground beef, big old things of ground beef. Some tacos. Then you can make tacos by warming that up. Then you can warm it up and you can make like spaghetti the next day.
I guess you can kind of consider it meal prep, because sometimes when I do cook, I cook a lot. Like I'll buy a big pack of chicken and I'll bake the whole pack and then just keep it and eat it for like the next week.
Your grocery store spending was 2.7% of your spending. I don't even have a number there because it's the slice on the pie chart is so small.
That's also because I don't eat a lot, because I'm a diabetic.
Okay, well you go out to eat all the time, which also is not good for diabetes.
I have to I pick and choose what I eat, and so I'm literally only grocery shopping like maybe once a month.
Betus 1 or 2?
That's the interesting question because
why not go to the doctor and find out?
Well, I have gone.
Oh, okay.
So I've been diagnosed twice.
Okay.
First time I got diagnosed, it was 2. Lost like 50 pounds, got cleared. And then later on down the road, like 2 years later, got diagnosed again. And they're saying it's looking like 2, but we're going to treat it like 1. So like, it's a confusing situation.
You got a second opinion going to a different...
No, I'm just treating it. I take my medicine, so I'm like my blood sugars and stuff is fine. So
I mean, okay, I can call it out without being horribly offensive because I also have one, but we are a sharer of guts. We have guts.
Yes,
they exist.
Yes.
If you're treating it, wouldn't that also include getting rid of that?
Well, I actually am. I used to be bigger.
Congratulations. How much weight have you lost?
I've lost an additional 40.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. Have you been maintaining that, or are we kind of in like a...
It's maintained with the goal of losing more.
Okay.
Like, I'm at the point where, like, am I happy with where I'm at? Yeah.
Sure.
But could I lose more? Yes. Would I be happy if I lost more? Yes. But am I, like, focused on that? No. Right now, I'm focused on trying to survive.
Okay. Well, surviving for someone with diabetes, a part of that is health. Like, if you didn't have diabetes, I wouldn't I wouldn't call it out. Like, I don't care. You know? Like,
right.
who gives But, I mean, obviously, that is a part of your actual life, and...
Big part.
A big part. And that's something we would want to avoid. And by going out to eat multiple hundreds of dollars a month... Going out to eat, you can obviously get salads and stuff, but usually going out to eat is not always going to be healthy.
I was about to say, would it help if I told you that most of that was me going somewhere to get a salad? Like, I love the salads from Whataburger.
We'll see. Okay, but it's a salad from Whataburger.
It's lettuce and tomatoes and like grilled chicken and like a good little dressing.
Yeah, I would love to know about that good little dressing.
I usually get the balsamic vinaigrette. I hear that's supposed to be one of the better ones.
I'm curious. Listen, I'm curious. I don't know. I'm thinking Whataburger. There's probably like a hidden honey butter chicken biscuit in there somewhere that you don't even know about.
I love the honey butter chicken
biscuit. I know, but it's a Whataburger. Like, but okay. Let's go through these. So, I think this is a car. Through
what is it?
Santander.
Yes, that's my current vehicle.
What is your car?
I drive a 2019 Ford Edge Titanium.
Titanium. Wow. I don't know.
It's the trim level.
No, I'm sure. I just don't know. Oh, also, by the way, guys, get your Hammer Financial Score for free. Link in the description below. You think you're a 0? We'll find out by the end. Wouldn't be surprised. See where you're at. And if you want to come on the show, if you have interesting finances, interesting stories, go to calebhammer.com/apply. We'd be happy to take a look at your application, get you down here into Austin, Texas. Okay, so this Ford Edge, we have a balance of...
It's a lot.
That's a lot for your hour. Now, luckily, you work a lot of hours a week, but for your hourly income as its own, $32,574.94 is a lot.
Well,
when did you get this?
2022.
Okay, so it was a couple years used at that time.
Yes.
Was it a used car?
Yes.
Why'd you get such an expensive used car? For what it's worth, during that time, used car prices did go up dramatically during the pandemic.
That is problem number 1.
That is problem number 1. But still, we could have gotten like a $2,000 car became a $10,000 car. Like it's just, but you went to like the $35,000-$40,000 range.
So let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
Before I had this car, I had a different car. I had I had a 2019 I had a 2019 Kia Sportage that I was financing. Payment was less than that one. And I loved it. I'm so mad I don't have it anymore.
Okay.
I was, however, I had just transitioned jobs again, and
another thing.
And I was behind on my payments.
Okay.
But I was in the process of trying to catch up. I was at the point where if I missed another payment, they would put my car up for repo. But I made the payment to keep that from happening. Finance company lost the payment, refused to do anything regarding losing the payment, even though I submitted the proof of me submitting the payment and it going through. I sent them my bank statement showing the transaction going through and nothing coming back. And they still said, well, you either need to make another payment or we're going to take your car. So I was like, no, screw that. Just I'm giving it back to you voluntarily.
Okay.
Because I refuse y'all to be someone y'all just come snatch it from me.
Sure, voluntary repo. Sure.
And so I immediately went out and started trying to find something else.
Well, hold on. Didn't you still owe on that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I immediately went out and tried to find something else, and went to the only dealership that apparently I could find to work with me at the time.
You mean for financing?
Yeah, for financing.
Okay. Well, you could have gone to any dealership, but you could have like got financing outside of there. Whether or not you qualified, probably doubt it. Getting repo and all that stuff. So
Well,
I get it. So you went to a predatory place, most likely.
Basically, what I did is that I got on Google and I looked for places that work with people in my situation. And I ran across this website called Credit Yes, I think is what it's called. And I filled it out, and they called me and told me something, and they said, okay, we work with this dealership. You're approved for this. Go there. Oh, okay. So I went to the dealership, and that's what they put me in. What's
the condition of this car?
Honestly, in my personal opinion, it's in better shape now than it was when I got it. At least mechanically speaking wise.
Well, you owe a monthly payment of $836, which is an insane thing. And I think you made more last month. Sorry, this isn't funny. I think my producers kind of just pranked me unknowingly. Mm-hmm. They ran the VIN and they gave me the value of the car, and I was shocked to see a trade-in of $31,000. I was like, yeah, dude, Casey got this. Trade that in and break even. Like, that's incredible. Or private sale even more. Then they're like, oopsie, wrong one. Yeah, it's worth private party $14,000. So you're underwater by over 50%.
Yes.
So this is so you went to a predatory dealership probably because you had a predatory loan. Well, you probably got a car that was, they sold it to you way higher. What's the than its actual value? What's the interest rate on this thing?
It's above 20%.
No.
I think what
are you doing?
If it's not exactly 20%, it's above 20%.
With a minimum monthly payment of $836. But that's not what matters, because guess what? You're past due.
I'm not past due anymore.
What do you mean you're not past due anymore? You caught up completely? You made the full $1,751.90 payment?
No. What I did was I filled out some paperwork with my finance company and moved to my past due payments to the end of my term, and then made a payment.
Okay, well, it was still added. You didn't catch up. You're just future you.
But it's current, and it's reporting to my credit as current.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I get it, but you're just...
On paper, it works.
Yeah, extend your 20% loan even more. That's great. Instead of catching up on your things by actually like managing your finances and budgeting.
It's paid off, so...
Yeah, what do you plan to do? You're underwater by 60%.
I'm going to keep it until I can get into something else.
How are you getting rid of this in the loan? Being underwater 60% by getting into something else.
Caleb.
Yes.
It's a 7-year term. Yes. I am 34 and I plan on being a nurse before I'm 40.
Okay.
Nurses make bank, especially travel nurses.
And you want to be a travel nurse?
I'm going to start off as one, yes.
Okay, let me give you a solid dose of real world. That doesn't matter. Not with someone like you who can't manage their finances. You can make $200,000 a year. That doesn't change your financial situation. You would be spending $250,000 a year.
I don't think so.
I do, based on your budget and based on your spending. How do you not think so? In what context and what behavior supports the idea of not?
I know what I want to do in life, and I know what it's going to take to do it.
Oh, I hear a lot of wants. Look at your actions. They're not getting there.
I know that considering there's certain parts of my current life that I cannot change.
What?
Such as the cost of my rent and the cost of my car.
What's your cost of rent?
Before all the extra fees, $1,685 a month.
Yeah, you can control that. You kidding me? We can get you in $1,000 place, $1,000 studio.
Not in Georgetown.
Yeah, you don't have to live in Georgetown.
But I do.
You don't have to. You can control that.
My family's in Georgetown.
Wonderful. Round Rock is 10 minutes from Georgetown. I don't give a shit. And Round Rock is 10 minutes from Austin. I don't give a shit. You take I-35 like a normal human. What are you talking about?
I do too much for my family to be that far away for them.
10 minutes?
I do too much for my family.
Okay, go ahead and tell me what's too much for 10 minutes.
Number one, my mother does not drive right now, but she still goes to work. So I'm the one that gets to the work every morning.
Also make up 10 minutes earlier.
I also pick her up on from work on Fridays. I get her to church on Sundays.
Great.
I get her and my disabled cousin to all their doctor's appointments. I'm the one that goes to all the stores that my mama needs to go to for her grocery shopping and all that fun stuff.
You need to be buying groceries while you're there.
And I also help my sister with my nephews from time to time. So I have to be close to them.
Ooh.
Being outside of Georgetown just really feasibly, especially considering gas, it's not an option.
Incorrect. I don't know what the you're talking about. Leave 10 minutes early like an adult. You do not need to live 30 seconds away. I don't care. What are you talking about? You're literally 34 years old. You can drive an extra 10 minutes. You can set your alarm 10 minutes earlier. That is not a valid excuse. For those who don't know, because the majority of people watching this are outside of Austin, Georgetown is just like the northernmost suburb of Austin. Like you could be in Cedar Park and get there in 20 minutes. And that's, because we're just a baby. We can't drive.
It's not that I can't drive. I just...
it kind of sounds like it. No offense, actually.
Georgetown's in my comfort zone. It's what I know.
No, it's not. You're paying a rent that you say you can't control. It's too expensive. You're outside of your comfort zone.
It's not that it's too expensive. It's not that it's too expensive.
You just said you're being held back by things you can't control. I asked what those things are. You said rent.
Well, it is rent because I can't move right now.
Yes, you can.
You want me to break my lease?
You could break your lease if it's what's holding you back. Yes, depending. We would need to see what that actually ends up looking like.
Say, I printed my credit report. I want you to look at it and see what you see on there.
Okay, well, we will get there. But also, you signed the lease, and the lease will end at some point.
March of next year.
Wonderful, and then you could get $1,000.
We'll talk about it.
Why? We're talking about it right now. What the are you talking about?
It's on the ground.
Round Rock, Georgetown. See how close it is? It's nothing. Buddy, you can live in South Georgia. Here it is, Georgetown right here, 1.1 thousand. It's a little house.
What?
A little house.
Let me see.
It's a house. You kidding me? It's a house. Buddy.
That's not a house. That's an apartment. And it's usually for college gigs. It's right there by the university in Georgetown.
Okay, you don't get to be picky.
No, I'm telling you, like that complex is for college gigs.
It's not a complex. This is a house. Are we able to look with our eyes at things? Look at this. Can everyone see this? I mean, yes, you're renting an area of the house, but it's not a complex. It's a house. You're renting, it's like subdivided into different units. That's unit A.
For the university students.
No, this isn't just for university students. What are you talking about? I promise you, they want to lease this, and if you can be a more reliable tenant, they will lease it to you. As someone who owns rentals next to a college, I don't just accept college students. Wonderful. Here's this apartment, 1,200. It's an apartment complex with 14 units available. 1,300 there, 12 units available. 1,300 there, 27 units available. What did you say your rent is again?
Right now it is 6.
Wonderful. So I'm saving you money on all of these. 1,211 units available at that complex. This complex, 1,100 available. 12 units available there. But you're renting on for what you want. This is all over Georgetown. So this isn't even leaving Georgetown because I'm going to cater to your inability to wake up an extra 10 minutes early. $1,000 right there at apartments. 1 bedrooms, not even studio. There's 5 of them at that complex.
You'll need to cut this part, but that's the complex I'm currently in.
Well, there you go. Well, we're gonna bleep the name. We're gonna bleep the name, but it's the complex you're already in, and that name won't be available, so obviously people can't find you. But yeah, guess what? There's apartments there for $1,000. Currently 5 available. You're just living in something you want to live in.
I'm gonna need to look at their website.
So things you can't choose?
That's hard to believe.
Hard to believe. This is their listing it. What the are you talking about?
I'm just saying it's hard to believe because I've looked.
It doesn't matter. It's not something you have to believe. It's literally
like when I before I moved into this apartment, I looked.
No, it might not have been available right then.
I looked everywhere though. Like I was looking for a cheaper apartment because I was coming from an expensive apartment, trying to get into something cheaper, and I actually did. This one is actually a little bit cheaper than what I was paying at my last.
Well, then that's insane. But you also just apparently don't know how to look for apartments. Also, maybe it was just the time for whatever reason. But they might cover transfer costs of you switching to that unit if you tell them you can't afford that. I don't know for sure. You have to talk to the leasing office about that. But
I'll definitely give them a call.
Everyone was telling me to invest at the start of my financial journey, but not where or how to do it. I started my channel to have the money conversations and provide financial education I needed years ago, and why setting you up for success is my #1 priority. And that is why I've partnered with Moomoo, the official investing app of this channel, in my investing class. So let's talk about what makes them my top choice. Like me, Moomoo is here to provide you transparency and no BS guidance on your investing journey. New investors or anyone looking to freshen up their investment knowledge can head right to their Learn section and get the resources they need. And when it's time to invest, they provide complete transparency with 0 sneaky commission fees on US stocks, ETFs, and options. No hidden fees, no contract fees, and no minimum deposits, unlike a lot of other shady platforms perfectly okay with screwing you over on all of the above. When you make a qualified deposit by clicking the link in the description or scanning the QR code on screen, you could not only receive up to 15 free stocks, but also receive an impressive 8.1% APY on your uninvested cash for the first 3 months. And as a trusted partner on my channel, when you go through our investing class, I will personally give you a $100 Moomoo cash reward on top of Moomoo's already impressive new user bonus, so that you have everything you need to start investing. So if you're looking for a platform to trust with the Caleb stamp of approval, try Moomoo. Their sign-up bonuses and reward for completing the investing class are a perk of this partnership that I don't want you to miss out on. So click the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen to get started today. Believe me when I say I trust Moomoo, and you should too. Now let's get back to today's episode. And then you said you can't control your car costs. That's not completely true. Right now, you can't control that you're in it, but you can control that you got in it. You can control the price of the car you got. You had to go to a specific dealership for the financing that you had to get, sure, but you got a more expensive car than you could afford.
I got the car they showed me.
Why did you do that instead of like, hey, show me another car?
I did, and they said, we worked the deal on this one. We got you approved for this one.
You know what you say?
Let's just go with this one.
That's not their choice. They don't just say, let's go with this one. You're the buyer. Your response to that is, you, I'm leaving.
And then I wouldn't have a car.
Yes, temporarily. Temporarily. It's a temporary sacrifice.
It's a temporary sacrifice that I can't afford to make given I live in Georgetown and at the time was working in Austin.
No, I get that. Listen, here's the thing. If we're talking about an $800 a month payment with 20% interest on a car that were underwater by 60%, you would have saved so much money even if you were Ubering for a full month while looking for other options. So you would have Ubered. You're behind on payments. You had to put it at the end of your loan, which is horrendous. Extending your 7-year, 20% or more death loan, you would have Ubered for a month, even 2 months, and you would have still saved money if you got a car half the costs.
I was worried I wasn't going to get a car if I waited. Because
that's
the car, excuse me.
Huh?
My other car was getting taken away.
Well, yeah. And so will this one if you keep going down the road you're going.
I'm not going to let it go.
Okay, well, I wonder how many times they will allow you to stack it at the end.
As long as I make 8 payments in a row, I can do it again. Their words exactly.
Are you going to make 8 payments in a row? Because you were not.
I've done it twice.
So 2 payments in a row.
No, I mean, I've done this moving to the back of my loan thing twice.
Casey. Oh. Listen, your hourly wage isn't like fantastic by any means. It's not like, yeah, you're making a shit ton of money, but you work so many hours that you actually do bring in an okay amount of money. There's no reason why you should have had to do that twice.
I'm aware of that. That's why I'm here, because I'm trying to figure out what the crap is going on.
But that's what everyone says when they come on here, and they use that as a cop out. That's not how these conversations work.
Because I want to fix it. Like I want to do with my life, and I can't do it with the way things are going right now.
Yeah.
So I need.
But you're not even willing to get a cheaper place or drive an extra 10 minutes.
Okay. Leaving Georgetown, yes. That I'm refusing to do.
That's basic.
Getting into a cheaper place, I am willing to do if I can. And I will tell you why.
Are you telling me if Round Rock is literally 1 block over, you will not go 1 block over?
If Round Rock was 1 block over,
so you'll live on the edge of Georgetown in Round Rock? As long as you're in Georgetown?
I needed to have a Georgetown address.
Okay, well, that's just dumb. That's just you being picky. No offense, but that's just stupid. That's stupid.
It's literally the one thing in life I'm picky about. I compromise.
But I don't think you can be.
I compromise.
Well, actually, you
on
can because we found
everything
$1,000.
else.
Okay. Do you? I saw your fast food spending. Come on. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you compromising on? Please tell me. Please educate me on your compromise.
Salads from Whataburger and some cheap McDonald's dollar menu.
Not a compromise. You can get lettuce and dressing from a grocery store. You getting the convenience of fast food, regardless of what you're buying at the fast food place, that is not a sacrifice. That is convenience. So please tell me what you're sacrificing.
Everything.
Obviously not. Give me specifics. Yeah, interesting. You can't even name one.
Well, I mean,
Then you're not sacrificing. No offense.
when you put someone on the spot asking what they're sacrificing, it's
Think
hard
about
to-
your entire life right now, your day to day. What choice are you making that is a sacrifice?
I mean, that's a tough question to answer. Because
No, it's not.
It is because some of it's just like personal stuff, and some of it's like
Ask me what I'm sacrificing in my life right now.
Like-
Boom. I'll give you an answer. We just had one of those bull overpriced healthy lunch places for like the millionth week in a row because I'm trying to be healthy instead of eating food that actually tastes like food. Wonderful. It's a sacrifice. It's not a huge sacrifice, but it's a sacrifice. Name any sacrifice.
sacrifices.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I sacrifice my time a lot.
Okay.
I sacrifice my time a lot because if I'm not at work, I am doing something with my family or doing something with my church. I very seldomly have time for myself to do anything, to check out anything, to research anything. If I'm researching stuff, I'm like researching on the fly. Okay, here we go.
Okay, so for someone who sacrifices their time, they're not willing to sacrifice an extra 10 minutes to save money on rent.
That's more time. I just told you I sacrifice my time, and you want me to add more time for me to sacrifice when I can save the 10 minutes. Like I'm confusion right now.
Yes, I am. 10 minutes.
So on top of my 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. work day,
That's awesome. You get home at 8:10.
5 days
Buddy,
a week.
listen, that's not even the biggest issue. The only reason I'm bringing this up is because literally, if you're able to save $600 in rent, yes, that is worth it in your situation. I don't know how you don't see that. I don't even know how this conversation is possible if that is something you're not willing to sacrifice.
If we can,
There's
save the money-
10,080 minutes in a week.
If we can
10,080
save the money without me leaving Georgetown, then that's what I want to do.
Well, yes, you're going to stop eating out as well, but at a certain point,
I'm already there.
okay, obviously not, but see, I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, am I still eating out? Yes. Am I still paying for it? No. Someone else is. If I eat out,
Also,
someone else pays
again,
for it.
in Georgetown, I literally just pulled up Zillow for a whole second and found a bunch of options that are cheaper than yours, including at your own damn complex. So, like, I don't know what the you're talking about. I really don't. You're someone unwilling to move in anything, in any way.
Okay. It's on the credit report. You're going to see it anyways. I can't move right now because I owe another apartment complex $4,000.
Oh my. Okay, what about internally though? In your internal complex?
I don't know.
Okay, that's worth a conversation. How'd you get into this complex then?
I applied, got approved, and moved in before the other complex hit my credit.
Okay. And why haven't we worked to pay that other complex then? How much do you owe them?
I don't agree with the amount that I owe them.
Well, I don't care if that impacts your life dramatically at a certain point. Sometimes we all take the L.
When I looked at the breakdown of what they were charging me for, they're charging me for stuff that they shouldn't be. So I'm fighting it right now.
Fighting it how?
Phone calls, just all the steps. I can't.
What are the steps? Are you talking to a lawyer? Are you going to small claims? What are you doing?
I'm talking to them. I'm
talking to who?
The apartment people.
Okay, so that's probably not going to go anywhere.
And I'm trying to get it figured out because, like I said, they're charging me for stuff that I don't feel I should have to pay for.
I mean, they unfortunately, whether it's good or bad, they kind of have the power. They can f your credit, so it's not. I don't think they're going to care to wiggle on it.
I need to make it until I can.
How much do you owe?
South of $4,000.
That is a lot.
Well,
what are they claiming?
So they're claiming what is equating a total of a month's rent.
Okay.
Because I had 1 month halfway paid, and then I owe them for 2 weeks of the next month. So it's basically telling a month of rent. And then they're trying to charge me for replacing the carpets, even though I moved out in 2022, moved in there in 2019, had 2 dogs and like 7 adults in that apartment basically the entire time. So like the carpets are going to wear and tear, and they knew those people were there because they were all on the lease.
Okay.
So they're trying to say that the carpet was worn down too much for its age, and I'm like, the carpet wasn't even new when I moved in. But
did you take pictures on your move-in day?
Yes, I took pictures. They were there. Like I did the little checklist thing, and
you have pictures that you can show them from your move-in day.
It's on my old phone, but I believe so. I have to find the old phone.
Is it in the cloud? Also, just one more thing on the 10 minutes thing, and then I'll move away from that. The extra hours that you're having to work right now just to pay to be closer to this extra $600 versus leaving 10 minutes earlier, arriving home 10 minutes later, is likely substantial more time you're having to spend at work in order to afford that. So you're likely sacrificing more of your time anyway because you have to pay the more expensive rent. So,
well, I mean, right now the hours are going to happen regardless. Right now,
why?
We'll leave it at unreliable other employees.
Okay,
and I'm the only one willing to come in all the time.
I'm just saying, if I had if that extra $600 was, if I opened my brokerage Moo for investing, if I was able to throw that extra $600 into our investing, the amount of compounding it would be getting over the course of your life. Do you have retirement?
Not at the moment. Do I have it as an option with my current employer?
Matter.
Yes. Am I utilizing it right now? No.
I don't give everyone has access to some kind of retirement, whether it's their IRA or whatever. So that doesn't matter. It's whether or not you have it. That's what I care about. Okay. All right. Well, let's start going through this credit report because it's basically this entire pack of insanity. Atlas. What is it? Defer It, Inc.
So
what is it?
Atlas is kind of like a credit card, but not really. It has a super low limit. And basically, it gets used, and then the payments automatically just come.
Do you owe anything on it?
Like $60. It's a like I said, it's a super low limit. I can.
You're not a credit card person. You need to use a charge card like FizCard. You cannot have access to credit cards. You can't. You don't know how to manage it. Not to save your own life.
I think Atlas is literally the only one I currently have. If you want to count it as one.
Oh, Department of Education. So you already went to school.
Tried.
Dropped out?
Yes.
Okay. I did too. But you're considering going back. When did you go?
Ooh, Jesus.
When was your last class? What year?
I know my first try was in 2009. I want to say the second try was like 2012.
Oh, okay.
It's been a while.
You're going to have to restart basically all your credits. A lot of the transfers and everything, they last for like 10 years.
Yeah. But I mean,
so you're starting fresh. You're gonna have to do a full 4 years.
Yeah, but what I was trying to do before are no way related to what I'm trying to do now.
You can't pay your car. How are you paying for school when you want to go back?
That's what I'm also trying to figure out. Okay. Because I don't.
You didn't have a plan
for financial aid.
Yeah, no, that's not surprising. Okay, are these a bunch of different student loans? They are. Okay, let me just add them up real quick.
It's a lot.
Are you paying on them? Probably not.
They're in deferment right now.
Yeah. Shocked. I wonder what the interest rates on them are.
I don't think they're bad.
Oh my goodness, you've been late on them. You've been late on them in the past. You've been 119 days late. My dude.
I will honestly admit that I don't think I've made a single payment on those student loans because I've had them.
Great. You don't feel responsible to pay back money you borrow?
It's not that, I guess.
Well, yes. Go on.
I don't have the degree for it. So I'm like...
Yeah, but you borrowed it. I don't have the degree. I'm paying on mine.
I know I borrowed it, but and it's not that I don't plan on paying it back. I just...
It's been over a decade.
I know.
From your most recent.
I know.
$20,576.
Again, like I said, I've been focused on just maintaining my day-to-day. So there's things...
But you're not.
That's why I'm been focused on it and not doing anything else really.
But you're not maintaining your day-to-day. You're moving your car payments to the end of your car payment. You're allowing that 20% interest to accrue. Mind you, again, when I talked about accruing money in your retirement, the best is a 10% average. You're losing more than double that with your car loan. Sorry, thank you. Okay, let me get through these student loans since we know the balance. Your normal payment's probably like $250 if you're in the 10-year traditional payment.
Something like that.
You haven't made a single payment. How much did you actually borrow? Because I bet it's gone up to 20 because you haven't done anything.
I know one, like 16, I think.
So the consequences of your actions, an extra $4,000 owed. Okay. Here's something new.
What's that?
Central portfolio contour.
Huh?
Oh, place for collections. Wonderful. Collections. $546. What's that for?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
Wonderful. Okay.
It doesn't say on there. Usually it says the original creditor's name somewhere. Does it not? Oh, it got redacted.
It got redacted. Any reason why? It's the first collections, 546. Redacted the original creditor.
I mean, I can look it up on the credit on my.
The second collections is $864. Do you know what that's for? It's been 9 months.
No. Would you like me to look it up for you?
The first one was the hospital.
St. David's was the hospital.
So why didn't you pay?
Didn't have the money to.
What was it for?
What year was that?
546. Oh, year? I don't know. 1 second. 2023.
Did I go to the hospital? I didn't go to the hospital last year.
Maybe that's when it was sent to collections. So maybe 2022.
Because I know I went to the hospital in 2022 because I fell down the stairs while moving and severely twisted my ankle.
Wow.
And then there might be hospital bills on there from both the times I was hospitalized because of my diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
No, that one should have fallen off by now, considering how long ago that one was.
Nope.
Well, I was thinking about, because I went to the hospital again one time when I fell and got a contusion on my, whatever this bone is called right here.
I'm not a bone guy.
Neither am I. But I don't think that one's on there because that's been forever a day ago.
All right, pull up your Credit Karma because this is organized horribly. There's 75 pages. I can't. Okay, so 546 medical collections, and then we'll look at the rest.
1 second. Is that TransUnion or Equifax?
It doesn't matter.
Well, sometimes it does.
Sometimes this is given to me.
Hold on, it's still open.
Give.
It's opening. I didn't sign into y'all's Wi-Fi.
TransUnion.
Hold on. Why is this? What are you doing?
What is you doing, indeed? If only you were willing to drive the extra time that it has taken to open this app, you'd be saving so much money.
It's been 45 seconds. Calm down, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And we're looking for what again?
Just give.
Here you go.
Let's look at derogatory marks. Collections. Okay. We were looking at this 864 was this last one we saw. So 864. The original creditor there. Great. It says original creditor, central portfolio control. So it was probably just sold to another one. So we don't even know what that's for. This is great. This is wonderful. This is fantastic. Apparently that was also the hospital. So it's another hospital one. Okay. This next one we're looking at collections 3 is $734. You've just allowed your entire life to go to collections. Bank of Missouri.
That is a credit card.
Why'd you not pay it?
Which?
You feel any responsibility in the world at all?
Of course.
And you're going to be okay. Then why don't you do anything?
I was paying on that one actually, and then
but then you didn't.
I stopped, and I can't remember why it stopped. Something happened where I just couldn't afford the payment anymore, and
okay, then you're not a credit card person. Don't use credit cards. Then number $442 from Capital One.
$422. That was also a credit card. Yeah, credit card.
Why'd you not pay it?
Same thing.
Great. 476. 476. Can't see the original creditor there. 476 was from LVNV, or I guess the Revy card.
Oh, Revy? Credit card, yeah.
Okay.
That one actually
It's
just
weird
happened.
that it's not showing me correctly on the app.
That just happened last year.
Okay. And then, whoa, okay, collections. So 6 collections. Whew. $2,206.
For who?
Remember who that's for? Oh, it's Credit Ninja.
Oh, yeah.
I wanna be ninja.
That was a loan.
That's great. And you didn't pay it.
Started and then couldn't afford to pay mix anymore.
Okay. I want to give you free money right now. I partnered with different resources that will literally give you hundreds of dollars the moment you sign up for them. Check out my investing app of choice, Moomoo, where they give you up to 15 free stocks and 8.1% interest on your uninvested cash when you sign up with my link. Do you want a more traditional savings account? Check out where I keep my emergency fund, SoFi, where they'll give you 4.6% on your money and up to $250 for signing up with my link. Would you rather have automated investing? Sign up for Acorns with my link and you'll get $20 right now instead of the usual $5 you'd get from your friend's referral. You can also sign up for our investing program and get $100 in cash deposited into your Moomoo account. This is the best way to learn what your investing profile looks like and what investing strategies to use based on that. All of this free money is linked in the resources section of the description below, so don't pass up the free money because I'll punch you. You're not responsible in any way whatsoever. You can't pay anything. You're never paying anything. Got a car repoed. Adding to your debt on this last one.
Pause.
Not
Pause. I did not get the car repoed. The car was voluntarily surrendered in the process of me trying to catch up on my payments because
they were gonna repo if you didn't.
My finance company lost my payment. Had they not, I would still have that car.
Okay, you have to be behind payments for like many months for that to even be in that situation.
To be exact.
There you go.
And I just started the job that I just left.
Mm-hmm.
And had they not lost that payment, I was going to make 2 payments with the next check because I had massive overtime. You have to understand that I was making bank at that job, but
Wonderful, and then you left.
I wasn't happy.
Yeah, but then you still have to pay the bills that you took out, though.
Right. But again, I would still have that car which had a lesser payment on it. Honestly, all of this really started going south when I lost that car because my car payment shot up by like $200.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's
because you ended up getting a car that was unaffordable to you. Because
it's the car they gave me, Caleb.
No.
It's the car they showed me. I needed a car.
So if anyone shows you anything, you're just gonna buy it.
No.
I'm afraid for the next time you have to get another car. They're gonna show you a car and you're gonna be like, okay, that's my car. You have to
understand when it comes to cars.
Yes, I've never gotten a car before.
When it comes to cars, I typically do research. This is literally the one time where I did not,
and it's destroyed your finances. So
yeah,
and also I don't care if you've done things well in the past. If you're doing it poorly now, it doesn't matter. Just like if someone did things in the past, as long as they're a good person, they've learned from it now, then it doesn't matter to me.
Which is why I'm here to try to get back on. Which is why I'm here to try to get back. That's not
an excuse out. That's not an excuse out. I'm sorry.
I'm not excusing.
But that's what everyone says the moment they get pushed back on their actions is they say, "Well, that's why I'm here." Come on.
Like I recognize what's
collections number 7, $1,252. Looks like this one is from the Bank of Missouri. Once more.
Okay.
Again.
Did I have 1,000 what?
252.
Bank of Missouri is a credit card, but I don't remember having a credit limit that high ever. I don't usually do credit.
Well, it might just be extra fees on top of before sold to collections. And then to Verizon, you owed $1,780. You can't do debt. You have 8 things in collections. This is insane. You can't. And regardless, let's pretend you didn't even do the voluntary repossession. Even with your current car, you're adding the missed payments to the back of the loan anyway. So regardless, I mean, you just can't do debt. You're not responsible with money. And that's okay. That's fine. Just accept it. Because if you accept it, you can only start to change it. Don't get defensive on it. It's okay that you're not good at money. I'm not good at a lot of things. But I don't go walk around and say, no, I'm actually great. Like, what?
I never said I was great.
I know, but you're defending against it. Just accept that you're bad at money and that you can't do debt. And that's okay.
Well, because you're making it seem like it's worse than what it is. Like, I know.
Are you? kidding me?
I know it's bad.
Are you kidding me? Worse than it actually is? You think it's better than it actually is. You think it's better than it actually is. You're putting money, the payments at the end of the loan. You voluntarily repossessed because you were about to get really repossessed, and then 8 things in damn collections. Student loans for a degree we didn't get, and that's okay. That same thing happened to me, but guess what? It went up $3,000 because you weren't paying on them, so extra fees and interest added onto it. Come on. What do you mean? What do you mean I'm making it sound worse than it actually is? I'm literally just naming exactly what it is, and you're trying to make it sound like it's better.
I mean, because it is. It's not.
What? In what world? I'm reading the numbers.
You're reading the numbers, but you're not really fully looking at the situation. Because
Buddy,
it could be worse, and it's not.
Are you kidding me? Why does everyone say this? And why does everyone say this? You've applied to this. You know what you... Why? How do people... Is that what you have to do to go to sleep? Are you kidding me? Let's say that I am a smoker. I am smoking all the crystals in the world. Just because I took 2 hits today instead of 4, it's okay because it's not as bad as it could be. Are you kidding me?
It's signs of improvement. It's signs that you're trying to get off of it.
Signs of improvement is 8 things in collections. What the are you talking about? Signs of improvement.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I get that I get that it's bad. But you have to understand
you don't get how bad it is, which means you're not going to do anything to fix it.
I will.
Will you
help figuring out what to do?
Okay. Partner. Well, no, honestly, I kind of have to push back against that though. Because I am trying to tell you how you did that car wrong and what to do next time. And you're trying to defend how you ended up getting that car. So I don't think you even want to know.
No, I get what went wrong. I get what went wrong.
Then why are you trying to defend it?
Because you have to understand where I was in that position.
I did understand. I did, and I gave you alternatives that you could have done, and then you say no, it's not possible.
I did.
And you're also you're someone who's not willing to wake up 10 minutes earlier. So I don't give a what you're about to say.
It was not on my mind at that time. At that time,
that's not an excuse.
My mind was, I have this, and this.
We all have this,
that I need to be able to do freely without waiting for somebody to come pick me up. I need a car.
We all have going on. That doesn't mean I get to just bail out and not do things correctly. I'm running a business. I'm running employees. I have a lot of on my mind. I have a lot of things on my plate. Guess what? That doesn't mean that I get to just around and make a massive mistake that ruins my life just because I have this, and this.
Well, at the time, I could afford the payment, so things change. We're here now. Let's fix it.
I honestly don't think that payment was ever in the affordable range because you had to stretch it out to 7 years.
That's what they offered me. It's the only thing they offered me.
That's not an excuse that you say no. You Uber for a month while we shop around and we try to improve our credit. For a few months.
My mindset was not there at that time.
Not an excuse.
You say it's not an excuse. I'm not saying it's not an excuse. It's what it is. My mindset was not there at that time. Things change. People grow. I just
haven't seen that growth.
I'm trying to improve it.
Where's that trying? Please tell me in your finances anywhere.
Being here, talking to you.
That's not, Nope, I want to see actions. That's not an action. You came here and you sat in a chair. Wonderful, I'm proud of you. Why do you have a $63 balance on Atlas? If you're trying to improve, that wouldn't be there. $60, you can pay that.
Because I used it.
Then pay it. Talking
I
about?
am. It's getting paid today. I literally got paid today. It's getting paid today. I'm just waiting for it to leave my account.
Fine. The $442 collections. Why haven't you paid that then if you're trying to improve your thing?
Who was that for again?
Buddy, I don't remember, but they were all just like past credit cards except for a couple of medicals.
Oh, because credit cards fall off.
All collections do. After 7 years.
I'm not doing credit cards anymore, so I'm not worried about the credit cards.
That's not how this works. Because your credit is so that's why your car loan was so predatory. Because your credit score is so that's why you're saying you're not able to move to another apartment complex. Because your credit's so why don't you do anything to improve it in order to improve your damn life?
Actually, I said I can't move to another apartment complex.
And also, you feel no moral obligation to pay off a debt you took. If you feel no moral obligation with there, then this conversation is done because there's nothing I can do. Like you borrowed the money, you spent other people's money, regardless if their credit card in the system sucks. You borrowed it, pay for it like an adult. Show me a little bit of responsibility in this world.
Show me how.
Okay.
That's what I'm here for. Show me how.
Cool. Call them. Pay it. Boom. Showed you.
Work it into my budget and show me how.
Your budget. Okay. Fine, let's do that. Let me call it the things not to spend on in that budget then, because your Cash App, where you spend a lot of your money. You sent out $13 to Cash App. Who knows where that went? You went inside, got some drinks. You got some McDonald's, and you made a Cash App loan repayment thing there, and then more $20 out from Cash App, $20 out from Cash App, $50 out from Cash App, $20 out from Cash App. Where is all that money going? 20, 50, 20, 50, 50, 20, 20, 20, 20, 50.
Is it out from Cash App, like sending it to somebody?
Yes. It's a Cash App payment. I don't know where it went. Well, yeah, we blacked out their names probably.
That could have been sent to my Bank of America account to pay another bill from there. Because I used both accounts.
Nope, it was people.
It was people?
Producers are telling me it's people. They blacked out their names.
It's people?
Yes.
20, 20, and 50.
Dude, it's endless. It continues through here. Apple Bill.
Going
Whataburger.
out? 50
Yes.
going out.
Yes.
Who did I send? Unless I was paying somebody back for money I borrowed. That's the only way I would send.
The ones that went back to the bank account are still labeled, so I'll call them out when I see that. Apple subscription or in-app or something. Whataburger. Loan drawdown, $500. So you took a Cash App loan, $500. We saw you did pay that back. Uber. So you're already Ubering, even though you have this card that you can't afford. So that's great. Uber Eats. You can't afford that. You can't afford a $35 convenience of Uber Eats.
What was the amount for Uber?
96.
$96.
Yes.
That was me getting something for my mom and them. I just ordered it and had it delivered to them.
Okay, you can't afford that, so don't do that.
I didn't pay for it. There should be something where my mom paid for it.
Oh, okay. Well, you certainly can't afford $38.88 in the convenience of someone picking up your food and delivering it to you through Uber Eats, okay? No defense there. Good. Thank goodness. Per pay, $72. Amazon payments, $27. Oh, more Uber Eats, $35.02. Only 4 in one day. How much FAP did we have to do?
There was no FAP. It was just boredom.
Boredom? So you spend money? There's so much free stuff. So much free.
I know. And honestly, it was ridiculous because nothing really even was seen. So it was like wasting my time.
May we hear? What did we discover? What did we discover through that payment? What did we see?
The OnlyFans is nothing but so I don't use it anymore.
Only nothing. Oh, you had to pay more to get access to the uncut gems?
I guess so. I don't know. I stopped after that. I was like, oh, whatever. You're boring now. Bye.
Amazon. Sonic. Go inside, get in some bullshit. Sonic. Go to Sonic a lot. $20 at Sonic, too, so I doubt that's just a salad.
If I'm going to Sonic, it's not a salad.
Well, you go to Sonic all the time. I've called out Sonic like 5 times. Oh, guess what? Sonic. Went inside, got some drinks or some bull. What are you stopping at the gas stations getting like a couple dollar things?
That's usually like maybe a bag of chips
Nope.
and a soda.
Canceled. That's out of the budget. You did it again right there. Then you went to Pizza Hut. Doubt that's a salad for $40. No, that's a pie. That's a large pie.
$40 Pizza Hut.
Oh yeah, that's a greasy pie right there.
For work. We sometimes buy pizza for our clients.
So it was reimbursed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Apple Bill. McDonald's.
Apple Bill is going to be either my care for my Apple products, my subscription to Microsoft Word, which I need for work.
Why doesn't work pay for it?
Because I'm technically speaking not
Microsoft Word? Use Google Docs.
Work doesn't pay for it because
Use Google Docs. I understood if it was like Excel, but it's Microsoft Word. Use Google Docs.
I actually never considered that.
Well, please consider it. Thirsty Chicken. Must have been real thirsty because it was $70.
That was also
Popeyes.
reimbursed.
$3 sent out via Cash App, $2 sent out, $5 sent out. Uber Eats again, great. $20 there. Another Apple Bill. So this is a third subscription now. Taco Bell. Went inside, got some chips. Panda Express. Went inside, got some chips. Another Apple Bill. So now that's 4. So you only named 2. Cash Apping out $5 to someone. Fresh Donuts. Must have been real good, real fresh. Sonic Drive-In. Went inside, got some chips. We're chip obsessed, especially for someone with diabetes. Whataburger. Another Apple Bill, so that's 5. Went inside, got some chips, probably. McDonald's, went inside, got some chips. Schlotzsky's as well. So a lot of spending on just bull.
So, Schlotzsky's, most of the Uber Eats, and Schlotzsky's and most of the Uber Eats, that's all going to be either for my family or for work.
Yeah, you can't afford it regardless.
They get reimbursed.
Where was it reimbursed? I haven't seen that.
Usually, if it's for work, my technical manager will give me cash.
You're Uber Eating for the old person?
Huh?
You're Uber eating for the elderly?
No, so it's the Uber eating is usually technically she's my boss, asking, hey, order me this, get you something, and I'll give it to you in cash. And I'm like, okay. So that's what I did.
I don't know. $3 in your Bank of America checking. I can't track your cash. That's hard. Transferring money through Cash App, Cashback, Afterpay. We're also doing Afterpay. Great.
Yeah.
Afterpay. Wonderful. Fresh donuts on here as well.
I only got
and then
one
things
payment
through
left on
Cash App. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Let's do your budget because I guess that's what is gonna be a big thing.
Hopefully.
So, what's your rent?
Before all the fees, it's $1,685, but there are other fees on it that raise it up more than that.
Well, that's before the fees, you said?
Before the fees, $1,685.
Okay, now with utilities, internet, and fees, how much?
To be quite honest with you,
Best
I usually have 18.
Not another 1,800.
It's 18 something.
No,
Because
not in fees.
I know when I pay it late, I'm paying 19 something.
Why are you paying it late?
Because and that's the other issue that I have is that right now for the way that things are falling, I don't understand how it happened. I somehow got it to where the check that I get at the beginning of the month, it comes after the first. So that's when I pay like car note, utilities, stuff like that. And then the check at the end of the month is rent. But instead of it being rent for the next month, it's rent for the previous month.
So you're just calculating in late fees. You don't know what your utilities and all that extra stuff. There's no way utilities and fees an extra 1,800.
Well, no,
your rent isn't 3,000.
No. So
are you saying total 18?
Like, so my rent by itself
is 1,685.
Is 1,685, and then there's like fees just for the complex.
Okay, how much?
That raise it up to 18.
Okay,
something.
now what about utilities?
My utility bill fluctuates between 150 and 200 a month.
Okay, I'm going to put 200 and I'm putting 1,800 for your rent plus fees. Do you have renter's insurance?
Right now, no, it's built into my rent.
Okay. Internet.
Internet's built into my phone bill.
What's your phone bill?
If I don't include the amount that I get reimbursed from someone that's on my phone plan, it is. I actually just got to decrease.
What's your phone bill?
400.
How's it 400?
Apple Watch, iPad, 2 phones, 2 internet boxes.
2 phones?
One of the phones someone else pays for.
So they give you money.
Mm-hmm. So
after people give you money, how much do you spend?
$325.
Hold up your wrist.
I took it off.
Okay. Yeah, and there's no tan mark there anyway. So sell your Apple Watch. Sell it.
Crack string.
Is there Apple Care on it?
Too old.
Just sell it and sell your iPad, even if for a loss, and throw all your money at it, please.
I need the iPad. That's what I use for work. And I had a tablet that was paid off and it went out on me.
320, is that what you said? I'm gonna fucking die. Is that what you said? 320?
325.
Okay, your debt payment for the car, $836.22. Usually more because you're always late. Gas, vroom vroom, drive. How much?
That is going to be $50 for a full tank, so $150 a month. We'll say.
Car insurance.
Car insurance is $270.
Okay, $300 for groceries. Your meal prepping. Follow the meal prep and the budgeting program.
I usually spend
Address
more like $200, but
it's because you eat out every second of your life. TP fund. Anything else you need to survive? You know, whatever it is, deodorant, all that good stuff. $100. Medical, healthcare, anything on a monthly basis.
My medicine costs $75 a month.
Okay.
For everything.
Gym.
My apartment complex has one.
Pet insurance. Do you have a pet?
I do not have pet insurance right now, but I do plan on getting it. Yes, I have 2. 3. Well, 4
3 what?
technically.
4. What do you have?
I have 2 dogs, 2 cats.
Oh, I'm gonna put like 125 for pet insurance. Ooh.
My quotes have been more than that, but my quotes have been more.
Yeah, well, what have they been?
So and this is just for my dogs. For my dogs, it's come to about 125 for both of them combined. I have a 10-year-old and then
I'm gonna put
6.5 month old.
I'll put 300, which that might be rough. But again, I don't know what's gonna happen to you if you have like a emergency situation with your pets. Like you won't be able to pay for it at all. You can't even pay for routine checkups. Anything else that needs to be in your budget that I haven't mentioned?
We got phone, we got car, we got utilities, we got rent, we got groceries, we got necessities, we got car insurance, we got potential pet insurance, hopefully pet insurance.
Yeah, how much in pet food as well?
The pet food is usually part of my grocery bill.
It's not okay. Well, how much?
Dog food is because I get the big old bag. Dog food's like $30, and that's like a month's worth. Cat food is usually the same for about a month's worth.
Okay, so $60 for pet food. Okay, so you need a minimum of $4,416.22 to live on a monthly basis.
Okay.
Payroll covered that. I think that was above average month from what you were saying.
Like I work a lot of overtime,
And you'll need to.
And I am working on getting a part-time job.
Okay.
Because Uber eating to make extra money just doesn't make sense considering the cost of gas. Otherwise, I would do that because I'm already signed up for it.
On your car, especially with, yeah.
Yeah, no. So I'm working on getting a part-time job. I'm actually hopefully finishing the onboarding process for it when I get home today. And it's a work from home situation, so I'm hoping it's real. And if I could get out this car,
so you owe on the old car still?
Yes.
Okay, that wasn't in your credit.
It should have been.
I didn't have it, at least. You know how much?
It was financed through Capital One. Was it not on there?
Listen, when do you plan to go back to school?
I guess I want to be a nurse before I'm 40, and I'm 34 now. So I have 6 years to get this figured out and get graduated. So sometime within the next 6 years, with 4 years to complete. So in the next 2.
But when you do, you're dropping your hours at work.
I plan on doing it online and doing my
even
clinical.
Still though, even if you're like working 60 hours a week right now.
Yeah.
At a certain point, and obviously we need to get the degree. We need to actually make it through your third attempt. With that, you're gonna drop your hours. Like you will, even if it's just to 40 hours.
I mean,
Oh, there it is. Yeah. No, we missed it. $8,732.
Oh, you found it?
Yep.
Yeah, I just got to the auto part of my thing. So, yeah, that's right.
Just part of me that just wants to voluntarily give your car in. But only after we get enough money to get like a $10,000 car cash. If you want to take your investing to the next level, my new investing course is still on sale. Until July 1st, we're offering the course for only $97, which is $50 off. You'll get over 55 lessons, the best budgeting spreadsheet known to man, portfolio strategies, worksheets, retirement strategies, and I'll give you a $100 Moo cash reward when you sign up with Moo. Check out the link below for more. Stop buying sweet treats, people, and start investing.
I've considered that and don't want to do that because I had to get a co-signer for this car. So it'll mess with their credit too.
Oh, who's co-signed?
My mom.
Oh, you're a poor mom.
That's another reason why I can't let it go. I can't unless I can trade it in. I can't
trade it in. No.
And considering the issues it's given me since I've had it, I've considered it.
You're just gonna roll over the negative equity into something else that you're probably gonna get negative equity in. So it's just
like I can't. No one want to do it. Not with my current credit score.
Okay. Well, I need to think. A lot of these questions are still gonna take minimum 5-6 years to fall off your credit.
And I get that, and I'm prepared to wait for that if that's what I have to do.
But
it's not what I want to do.
But you're gonna end if this car breaks for whatever reason or something or gets a crash and your insurance isn't fully covering the remainder of the loan, it's like you're going to end up in a predatory situation again because your credit's so Again, how do you get a cheaper place if you're not going to get any? How much do you owe that past the apartment complex as well?
Was that not on there either?
No, we probably just missed it because it was just chaos. It was chaos. Okay.
It should have been.
It's fine. It's like I put 4,000 because you said it was something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
So again, without you dealing with these, you're not going to get cheaper rent. But if we were able to save $600 on rent, that's $600 that can go towards paying off the car quicker. So, do you know how to? Have you heard of negotiating in terms of collections at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I want to do with the apartment. That's why I'm waiting a little bit, because then I can just call
Once it
and say,
gets into
hey,
collections.
yeah, I call and say, hey, I'll give y'all this much if y'all just take it off.
Yeah, and you have to do that essentially once a week until they you just wear them down and they accept it. Never give them access to any bank account information, by the way.
No, never.
But you're probably gonna have to do that with every collection, starting from just smallest to biggest. Like technically, you have money left over, so you just. My plan would be to stockpile that as much as you can on the next few months basis, and just start. First, pay off the $63, but. So the 442 is the smallest collections. I'd just say, I'd call up, be like, I got $300. They're going to say no. Just call back every few days or once a week. Do it until they accept it. And then do that with every collections. This will take a year or more probably, because you just have so many things in collections. But you're going to have to do that with every single thing in collections. You're going to have to pay off your old car. You might have to pay back to the apartment if they don't decide to get it to collections, because I need you to be able to get into another apartment at some point. It's like, these things, I'm okay with waiting for things to fall off credit and stuff. But the thing is, your situation is so scary that you're relying on debt. And the only debt that you can get in, if you need to, is so beyond horrendous.
Yeah.
Because your credit is so because of everything you have in collections and missed payments and all that stuff. Okay. Let's at least just start base level. There's no excuse to miss any bill or be behind any bills. You have an extra $1,000 a month. At least according to your most recent month of payroll.
Right.
So
I've seen it.
There's no excuses.
I seen it.
I know.
I just wish I knew where it went.
Oh, I've already explained. Like, here's your breakdown in terms of where your money's going. Like, you're spending on category. If you just spend what I told you to spend, you have an extra $1,000. With the extra $1,000, let's say we don't even negotiate. The extra $1,000 with where your collections is, you probably have, what is that, $6,000 in collections. Then you pay off your collections in 6 months without negotiations. And then there's the old car, and then the collections on top of that. It's probably a year and a quarter. A year and a half, you pay off all your collections. Student loans are still there, and the Forge Edge is still there. Forge Edge would take like 3 years, 2.5 years to pay off. Like, this is without any negotiations.
So we're talking snowball effect?
Kind of. Not really. Because if you were technically snowballing, you wouldn't pay on your collections. You would just pay your Forge Edge. But, I mean, actually, even technically more, you'd be paying your student loans and then your Forward Edge. That doesn't make sense. We need to improve your credit a little. In my perspective, again, I understand what you're trying to say. Bankruptcy is horrible, but you could do that.
Already looked into that. No.
Okay.
I looked into it this week, actually.
Okay.
The law firm I talked to was rude and disgusting and ugly, and it was also going to cost $3,000 that I don't.
Yeah,
have.
bankruptcy isn't cheap.
No, it's not.
And honestly, with the money you have in collections, listen, Ford Edge, 2.5 years, all the collections, including your apartment and your old house, apartment and your old car, even without negotiation, that's a year and a half. So 2.5 years, year and a half. Okay, we're at 4 years. Then you only have the student loans. Student loans, I would just get on a traditional 10-year payment plan, just pay them. And then, after those 4 years, maybe go to nursing school then, because I need you to make the extra money. But let's call it being done with nursing school by 42. That's okay. I mean, it's 2 years.
I can do that.
But again, that's without negotiating. I think if you negotiate, maybe you take an extra year off of this anyway. Nursing school done by 41. So, that's what I would do. And then I would try to cash flow nursing school as much as possible. Go to, do as much as you can at Austin Community College. Right. It's really cheap. And of course, the moment we're able to cut back on rent as well, maybe the first thing we actually do is pay the $4,000 from your past apartment and then try to get into a cheaper rent, because that can then save us $600 a month. And all of a sudden our situation becomes 4 years without negotiation to 3 years. And then include negotiation, maybe we're out of this in 2.5. There's a lot of options here. Literally, it's just going to take work, strategy, responsibility, actually budgeting. Again, go through the education we're going to provide. Email us with any questions you have. Come on for follow-ups. And then just start negotiating the collections, take care of the rent, get into a cheaper place, which we know for a fact you can, literally just by scouring Zillow. And just don't be late on payments by actually budgeting. Take care of the apartment. Take care of the rest of the collections. Take care of the Forward Edge. Minimum monthly payments on student loans until they're paid off on a traditional 10-year plan, 6-month emergency fund. Try to cash flow nursing school as you can, and then just live a good life. And you need to start contributing 25% of your retirement to your retirement after that, so that you can have a decent retirement.
That's why I plan on being a travel nurse. That way I can build it up kind of quicker.
That's great. You can also wait a long time to have these fall off your collections. But again, that's going to make it harder for you to get a cheaper rent. That's going to make it harder for you to get any other kind of debt if something bad happens to your car. And you don't have an emergency fund, so you would need to like open a credit card and, get groceries if you get laid off or something. So, it's just like that's your credit holding you back right now is very scary to me. But that's what I would do personally. I know it's a little more up in the air because there's options to choose from,
right?
But that's how, in general, I would go about it. Now it's going to take you sitting down, looking at your past month's spending and fully budgeting it out for a few hours, and do that every single month, and it'll get quicker and quicker every time. Like it'll be like 30 minutes eventually. Do that and actually strategize this thing, and be in touch with us, and we can help with that.
Definitely.
Hammer Financial Score. Make sure you guys stick around for the post show. We're going to bring in the producers, and they have extra drama in your life and stuff that they know about that we probably didn't have time to get to. We're going to have fun, talk about some extra tea, the extra 20 minutes. Your Hammer Financial Score. Spending a budget, you're overspending by $1,000, so 0 out of 10. Debt, you have collections, 0 out of 10. Emergency fund, you don't have anything, 0 out of 10. Retirement, you don't have anything, 0 out of 10. Real estate, you have nothing, 0 out of 10. Hammer Financial Score, 0 out of 10, as you guessed. Make sure to stick around for the post show and check out every resource linked in the description below, where you can get the budgeting program and the investing program bundled together at a 15% discount, and all the resources are there as well. Now join us in the post show. Today on the Financial Audit Post Show. So whose were you looking at on OnlyFans? Was it James Charles? He plastered that shit everywhere.
No, never. He didn't even show anything. I'm over here spending my money and I'm not even seeing anything.
What a tease. No. I show these guys right here in the camera my Hammer dump truck every day, and I do that for free. Yeah. To watch the Financial Audit Post Show, click the join button below.